Hey everyone, let's play some games. Today we're playing the Mage in the arena. We got the most votes, so let's make a really good Mage deck. Alright, first pick, Jeeves, no. Abomination, no. So I guess we're going with the Auctioneer. And for our second pick, Mad Scientist or Polymorph. Mad Scientist has so much potential, but you don't always get any good secrets. And it can kind of make you want to pick a subpath secret. But let's take the Mad Scientist since we're getting it so early in the run. Even though Polymorph is obviously an excellent choice as well. But it's... Okay, you know what? Let's take a Mad Scientist. And yeah, we're gonna go with that. And then we will take... not really super big fan of any. The Item Squire is a little more useful in Mage than other decks because it works pretty well if you play it on turn 1. Then on turn 2 you can also do Fire Blast, right? Together with your Item Squire to kill a 3/2 say you don't have any other better plays. Let's pick it because I'm not a big fan of the Jungle Panda after having played it with a little bit in Arena. Well, actually, the more I play with it, the less I like the Jungle Panda. Now, Amani is decent in Mage because you can also, for example, Fire Blast it to turn it into 5 attack if you need to. Of course, you don't have to do that. It's also decent in itself. Satsi Deckhand, don't like it. Frost Elemental, I kind of do like it, but let's go with Amani simply because we are Mage. Mage and Warrior do pretty well with the Amani. Now, this one I'm less excited about. Grimscale Oracle is out, so it's Arcane Missiles or Gilblin Stalker. Arcane Missiles gain some value because of the Auctioneer, but it's not really that good, simply because you cannot rely on it. And yeah, Stalker is not that amazing either though. I'm gonna go with the Stalker. Alright, so now Icelands, don't think so. Dragon's Breath, not a huge fan, but I'm not a huge fan of the Sorcerer either. So we don't have any removal yet so far. This one often ends up being like free damage. It's just free mana, but I mean, sometimes you can get it cheaper, but that's difficult. And sometimes when you really need it, you can't trade first, and then it's 5 mana. This one, we don't exactly have any self buffs. Alright, you know what, let's just go with the dragons. It's just... Maybe... If I was priest, I would go with that, but then you wouldn't have Dragon's Breath, I guess. Okay, so let's pick... well, this one is out, right? So it's Stormwind Knight or Antique Heal, but not super excited about either. But let's go with... It's nice to have the charge. It's nice to heal sometimes, but we're not a weapon class. Like if I was a rogue, I would definitely pick the heal, or if I was a warlock. But as a mage, I think I'm gonna go with the Stormwind Knight. It's pretty close in my eyes, though. Alright, so let's go with Hungry Dragon. Finally an easy choice here. And... we already have one of both of these. Let's see, we 2-drops, we have 3 so far. Pretty early in the draft, so we don't really need more of them. Item Squire, don't really think I want 2 of them. Since we already have 3 2-drops, only 8 picks in, I think I'm gonna go with the Stormpike Commando. Also, since we already have an Amani. Okay. Okay, let's go for it. I'm just not super thrilled about it. But okay, let's see. Sludge Belcher, that is something I am thrilled about. So let's pick that. Mirror Entity. That is one of the good secrets in the Mage deck. And we have a Mad Scientist, so I think this is a pretty easy choice. And then we have Frost Nova, no. Frostbolt, excellent. Cone of Cold, it's okay, but I think Frostbolt is better. So let's go with that. Harvest Golem, Flame Cannon, Brute, all quite decent. But it's gonna be the Harvest Golem or the Flame Cannon. So how are we on 3-drops? We are not good on 3-drops. So let's get the Harvest Golem. Yeah. Polymorph, yes. We tossed one away earlier for the Mad Scientist and it paid off because we got the Mirror Entity. But now let's pick the Polymorph. And the Shredder, easy choice. Here we have Frostbolt or Acolyte of Pain. Acolyte of Pain is pretty nice in Mage, since again you have the Fire Blast possibility. But even without it, Acolyte is a decent card. But I think Frostbolt is even better. So let's go with that. Boulder Fist. Yeah, we need some powerful stuff here. Elven Archer is not. Well, actually, it's pretty nice in Mage, because sometimes when you want to do 2 damage, you can do it that way. So it's actually pretty good too, but I think we're gonna have to go with the Ogre here. We want to win a lot of games here, so let's not play around. Let's go with this solid Ogre. Even though I don't think the Archer is that bad either. Actually, I think it's quite decent. But now we have the Noratron. Don't like it that much. Plus, we have a good amount of 2-drops already. Well, now we're actually getting further into the draft, so we could use another one, but I think I would rather go with a Shattered Sun Cleric. We still only have 1 3-drop, so let's go with that. And then, yeah, we could use another solid 2-drop now, since we are further into the draft. Let's go with the Snow Chucker. And Knife Juggler, why not? Indeed. Wow, okay, now we're getting some good picks here. Mana Worm or Apprentice. We have 2 Frostballs, which is nice. Well, actually, for both of them. Oh. I think we're gonna go with the Mana Worm. Oh, I want both. But let's go with the Mana Worm. And then... Well, actually, I think I'm happy when we're at the Mana Worm, because we're starting to get a lot of 2-drops. So I think the Haunted Creeper is excellent. The Mech Warper is pretty good too. We do have a Shredder and a Snow Chucker and a Harvest Golem. Huh. So we do. Can't really go wrong with either. Let's go with the Creeper. That doesn't rely on any other cards. It's just excellent by itself. Now we have... Okay, so now we're actually starting to have a lot of 2-drops again. We have 6 2-drops. And we also have 2 Frostbolts and 2 1-drops. So I think we want the late game card here. And I think I'm going to go with the Acolyte, since we're already getting so high on the 2-drops. Even though the Snow Chucker is so good, but we're gonna... Like, we don't have any card draw yet. And we are kind of low on 3-drops. So I think we're gonna go with the Acolyte. The Snow Chucker would have been fine too, I think. But we had 6 2-drops, so don't want to go overboard. Spectral Knight is exactly what this deck needs. Actually, what this deck needs is also a Flame Strike or a Fireball. That would be lovely, but there's time. Not much though. Dark Iron Dwarf, excellent minion. Let's go with that. Another Polymorph? Why not? Mirror Entity. And do we want another Mirror Entity? Yeah, I think against these 2 picks, we do. Also gives us a second secret for the Mad Scientist. So even if we draw the Mirror Entity before the Mad Scientist, we can get the other Mirror Entity with the Mad Scientist. Let's go. Yeah, that's fine. That works for me. Duplicate. Well, against these choices, I think we are gonna go with the Duplicate. Well, it's gonna be super easy for a Mad Scientist. Our Mad Scientist has really high value here in this deck. Because it's pretty sure to gain a secret. Now, yeah, against these 2 picks, it has to be Duplicate. And for our last pick, I think it's time to play with the Kodo. We haven't had the Kodo for a long time in our decks, and it's a really nice minion. More consistent than the Mystic for sure, even though the Mystic has even higher potential. Well, that's not necessarily true actually. Sometimes you can get some really good minions with the Kodo, like if you can kill an Acolyte with it or something like that, and you don't get any card draw. Let's go with the Kodo. So this deck, that's an interesting one, isn't it? Overall, it has fairly solid cards, but it is missing a few very important ones, like Flame Strike and Fireball in a Mage deck. But the nice thing is that even though we don't have Flame Strike, people are still gonna play around it, because they're gonna expect us to have Flame Strike. And then our overall solid cards are probably gonna work in our favor. No Fireballs though. No Flame Strikes. But I guess we could pretend that we were like a different class. Just had good cards anyway, and our hero power is still good. So let's say we do got two polymorphs. We got a good mad scientist with good secrets, not weak secrets. Okay, you know what? Let's say 8 wins. 8 wins. And I think if this deck had like 2 Flame Strikes and 2 Fireballs, then it could probably be 12 wins. Like if we exchange some of the weaker cards with those 4 cards, I think we would have a real winner on our hands. But this is not the perfect deck, but it's quite alright. So let's see how it goes. Hopefully better than our last run. Okay. Oh. This is the first time I have played versus one of the bonus heroes ever. Outside the brawl, that is, I guess. Alright, let's toss these cards here. And hopefully we'll get something a little more playable early on. Dragon's Breath is definitely one of the more questionable cards in this deck. Wow, these 3 cards are all so good, but they're too expensive. If we can actually get into turn 4 with a decent board though, then we're in a good spot. So hopefully we can actually draw a 2-drop. Or even a 1-drop. Something. We need something for the... another excellent card. Like, these cards are all so good, but they're not useful yet. Someone could Fire Blast you. Oh, I guess we got something. This is such a sad turn. This hand, though. This hand is very nice. Except for the fact we didn't play anything the first 2 turns. I guess we play the Acolyte here. Oh, maybe... No, okay, so... I wish I had that last turn. I mean, I would have traded it with this one happily. Problem is, if we play the Acolyte now, she just kills it with the Ooze. And then what? I think we have to play the Knife Juggler. She just kills it with the Walking Infiltrator, though. So that's not much better. It's all kind of lackluster. Kills it with that. So next turn we want to play the Shredder. And if we just play this one now, she just turns that, and then she can still kill the Shredder with this one, and then she still has this one. I think we cannot be greedy here. Let's just play the Knife Juggler. And be a little sad about it? Yeah, for sure, but what can you do? At least we got rid of that one.
Something needs tinkering?
And she did not have a mech to buff this one, thankfully. Alright. If I'd known I would have gotten this one, I think I would have played the Acolyte here. Because then I could have played Knife Juggler, Haunted Creeper this turn, but... Well, I didn't know that. So let's play the Shredder here. And thankfully we have a Spectral Knight and an Ogre coming up, so... It's not all bad. Even though we had a quite slow start here. And she had an amazing start. She had a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, yeah. Well, okay, so at least that turn 4 was rather weak. Not that to be worried about though. Alright, so... Oh, that's a good one. Especially if we had gotten it a little earlier. We need to deal with that, so I think we have to play the Spectral Knight here. Coin. I actually would love to see a lion here. Okay. That's not bad at all. Since then we can just play our scientist polymorph here. That works out quite well for us. Let's do that. And she even used a coin to get it out, so that is good. That's a good turn. And the next turn, Sludge Belcher, Haunted Creeper maybe. We don't really want to take any more damage here. Since, well, we are against a Hunter and we already took some damage. Oh, another weak turn for her. Looks like we are making a comeback here. So let's play our Sludge Belcher and Haunted Creeper. Now, do we want to kill the sheep? I think we do, because, you know, these adds up to 5 damage and... Oh wait, no, that's a beast too, so she has a beast even if we kill the sheep, but simply because, you know, those adds up, so let's kill that sheep. And then she can't really do anything against that Sludge Belcher. Oh, she's silencing the Sludge Belcher. Well, see, the nice thing is that means that we still get our secret. I guess she's not scared of Flame Strike. I think that was... Oh, well, no, I wouldn't have played Flame Strike last turn, I don't think. So, yeah. Alright, so let's... Well, what would you have done with that? She didn't want to leave it open for this one. Now, we should probably polymorph that one, right? But, I mean, we also have the option of playing a Stonewind Champion. Then we get a 3... 4. Then we could run everything into that. So if you polymorph that, we can kill that. Polymorph plus what? The Acolyte? I guess. Yeah, okay. So we do that. You know what? I think I'm just gonna trade the scientist here. Also because then we have less minions out there, so we don't. Not as weak to Unleash the Hounds. We're still weak to Mind Control tech because of the Mirror Entity, so she could play a minion, get us up to 4, then play Mind Control tech. But let's see what happens. Oh wait, I forgot we also have Duplicate. Okay, that's fine.
You gotta be kidding me!
I guess we're gonna get another Acolyte. I forgot totally about that. But it's fine. I don't mind having a couple of Acolytes. Now, that is big scary minion. We wanna get. Can we get rid of? So if we buff them up with Stonewind Champion, 4, 2, then we could kill that. But then, and then we could Fire Blast that. That could work, right? 2, 4, 6, kill that, 5 plus that. You could also do it with the Stonepipe Commander, but that doesn't really make sense. Because then that doesn't fit at all. If we do this, we have 2 mana left. Yeah, get rid of that. Fire Blast that. Good. And it's pretty nice to buff these 2 up too, if this one can survive. Which it very well might. Alright. Oh! She has a Stonewind Champion too. Alright, so... Can we get rid of that without attacking with the Stonewind Champion? I don't think we can. And we need to be careful, because we're against a Hunter, and we have such a card advantage, so I think we should play it nice and easy here. So we have to trade that. Alright. Kill that first. Well, if we trade that... No, we could run this into that to determine, so we could Fire Blast. Or we could play Ogre Acolyte, if you just run that into that. Okay, let's just do that. That. Play the Ogre and the Acolyte. Could also play the Mirror Entity actually. I think either would have worked fine. Ah. She's not trying to rush us down, okay. Oh, of course not when she has a deadly shot. Alright, it's fine, it's fine. She only has one card left. We have the the auctioneer, the mad auctioneer. No. So, but we want to fire blast that. So, if we fire blast that, or we could play this one, but then it just doesn't really work. Play auctioneer, fire blast. Overall, it looks like it's gonna be kind of a weak turn. Nothing really fits that well here. Fire blast and then auctioneer. I'll play these two. Maybe just play the auctioneer, and then next turn we can play some spells and draw some cards. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. A little weak, but again, she has 2 cards left. We'll have 6 cards when it's our turn, and well, actually, maybe now that I think about it, I shouldn't have played the auctioneer, because what if she had removal? Would have been better to just save it then. Yeah. Okay. Well. We need to kill that. I think we just Storm Pack and then ends up using all our mana, or not that much, but I think this is the way I'm gonna do it. That. Get a card and then trade it into the bear just to be safe. Okay. And she's just top decking. So now we can finally start to get a real board advantage, I assume. Is she gonna go for the face to try and rush us down now? I think that's probably her only option at this point. Like, she cannot gain the board back. Like, yeah, she really can't. Okay, so now let's get this out.
It's time for a little blood.
Let's just get this out too. I guess, in case he has Deathwing? How does that work? I'm not even sure. You know what? I think maybe I should have played this one first and then just, done this to see what I could draw. Yeah, I think I should have done that. Because overall, my hand is not that powerful this turn. A lot of cheap minions. So I should have played this one first and fire blasted it. See what I drew before I did everything else. I didn't really think that one through. Alright, pretty weak mirror entity, but hey. Alright. And this is taking a long time. I feel like I've had the advantage for a very long time as well, but haven't been able to finish it off. So if you fire blast that, then we have 5, 7, 10, 13 damage. Not quite enough. But if we do this, play the Kodo, mirror entity, and just go for the face. And then we go for the win next turn with the double frostbolt, fire blast on this one, and it'll be fine. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Wow, that was a really long game. Let's play one more, even though the video has already been going for quite a while, but one game just doesn't seem to be quite enough. I'm sure the next game will be a bit faster. So, let's see what we get here. And hopefully we can get off to a great start with 2 wins. That would certainly feel a lot different than last run where we started off with 0 wins. Alright, we have another mage. So we got a 2-drop this time. And we don't have the coin either this time. So let's toss those and see if we can get a 3-drop. We don't have that many 3-drops in the deck. So actually, yeah, I will even settle with a 2-drop like the Stalker. I also have the Acolyte. Now it depends really how the board looks, whether I want to play the Acolyte on turn 3 or not. I don't like to do it in... Oh. Do we save this to try and work for a combo with it, or wait, we just play it now? I think on turn 4 we might play that together with a 2-drop. Let's just play the Snow Chugger for now. And then play the Acolyte next turn. And then if we don't get a 4-drop, we might just play Knife Juggler plus the Stalker on turn 4. To try and, you know, get a good knife in. Oh no. Oh. That's not good at all. That's such a tempo boost. Well, now I don't really want to play the Acolyte. I guess I couldn't exactly predict that kind of move. I thought at least if she had played a minion we could trade with the Chugger to keep the Acolyte safe, but nope. Alright, well, we still don't have a 4-drop. I don't really want to play the Knife Juggler here. Do we just play that Acolyte and hope that a knife hits if she kills it with this one? Or should we just... We need to get rid of that one. I guess we just play the Stalker here so we can kill the Apprentice next turn. Not excited about it though, but I don't feel like I can really play the Acolyte here. I might even... Yeah, okay, so now we're gonna buff this one with the Cleric so we can kill the Ghoul. That actually kind of works out pretty decent. This one has 2 life then, which means that it doesn't die to Fire Blast. Okay, that was a good turn. And if you're lucky, she plays something with a 2 attack here. So we can kill it with our Kodo. I think the very best thing that could happen here would be her playing an Acolyte. That would be pretty weak. I mean, it's a weak turn 4 play by itself, but then the fact that we have a Kodo to follow it up with would just make it even better. But it's highly doubtful she would do that, because it already dies too easily to our 3/2, so... I'm just dreaming. Does look like she's not too happy with how the last turn worked out, though. That is Kodo potential. Alright! I think it is time for our Kodo to shine. Let's get that out there. That is a pretty easy turn. Don't need any thinking time here. Okay. Weak start, but things are turning around. Not safe yet, though.
Ready, sir.
How do we do this? If we kill that, we can play this for 4 mana. Kill that off. Plus play a Knife Juggler. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. And then we have the board again. Gotta be aware of Flame Strike though. But if you play the Spectral Knight next turn, it doesn't die to Flame Strike, so... That kinda works. No! Aww. Not so happy about that. Oh, Frostbolt. Okay, let's just Frostbolt here. And then we play the Spectral Knight. Go for the face. That's nice. And we're a little low on cards, but we have an Acolyte. Let's see what happens here. Hopefully she will have... I can't really say another weak turn, because... last turn wasn't that weak for her. But the problem is she was already quite a bit behind, so it was hard for catch up. Thanks to our Kodo. And a secret, huh? 2 mirror entities. Well, let's play our Acolyte, see if it's mirror entities that she played as well.
Let the pain speak to me.
It's not. Is it counterspell? Perhaps. Well, I think first of all we should Fire Blast our Acolyte. Because, I mean... Alright. And I think I'm gonna trade in here. Because I don't want to set ourselves up for Flame Strike. So we do this. Glad it wasn't Vaporize. It's not Counterspell either. So that leaves Spellbender and Ice Block. Because it can't be Ice Barrier. So I'm guessing Spellbender. Guessing it, but then it would never trigger. Not too concerned about Ice Block, so if you play Stormwind Champion, that's pretty good. Alright, then we can kill that and for a card. And then I think I will just kill that, go for the face, Fire Blast the face. And things are looking pretty great. We're not weak to Flame Strike whatsoever. We have a great board. One Mind Control tech could be annoying. She gets like this Stormwind Champion. Yeah, that would be annoying. But even so, I think we're still in a pretty good spot. Okay, Polymorph. Pretty good move on her part. No mech on the board, so that's not too concerning. Alright, so we have 3, 4, 8, 10, 11. Wait, we're so close here. That's 5 damage. 8, 9, 13. We almost got lethal, but not quite. Well, that might be. Ice Block. Let's just play this. And then we run that into that. See what we draw. And run that into that. And I think I like just playing Mirror Entity and Fire Blasting the face here. I don't want to set the board up for a Flame Strike. But then I mean, well, I guess you could play a cheap minion and then Flame Strike. Yeah. She could do that. That would be. But then we still have our Spectral Knight at least. Okay.
Your magic shall not save you.
Alright, so I think it probably is Ice Block, so let's just trigger it. And then we can polymorph that, right?
Done.
That. And
For the king.
that.
For honor.
Oh! No, it wasn't Ice Block. I just wanted to get her down to 1 health so she would, you know, when we trigger the Ice Block. Alright, good start. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.